And one of the biggest pieces of advice I would give you is if there was ever a time to invest in my business, it's now. I need to stop saying that. That's something that I've really had to confront. You might be much more talented than you give yourself credit for. There's mixed opinions on whether or not that is setting a good example for the UGC industry, but personally, but it's so exciting. I don't feel less. Like I'm so excited. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Rosalie. It's nice to meet you. I'm going to bring you along for a day in my life as a self-employed UGC creator. UGC is something that is being pretty heavily talked about on the internet right now, and you will hear me say this time and time again, but I believe that while work should not be our entire lives, it's something that we have to spend a lot of time doing realistically, and everyone deserves for their work to not be something that they hate. In fact, everyone deserves to work a job that they like. We all deserve to make a living wage. We all deserve to feel valued, feel like we have autonomy over our careers, and if I'm going to operate under a capitalistic society, I would like to do so while also being able to live with myself, which for me means conducting good business, generally being kind, having a very authentic and personal approach even when I'm in professional conversations, not feeling like that will hinder my growth in any way, and most importantly, being able to prioritize my mental health while supporting myself and contributing to my household. But I say all of this because I think it's necessary before going into this video to address that I am completely aware of how much of a privilege it is to work from home, to have autonomy over my own time, to have creative freedom, to do things because I say so. That is wild to me. I come from a family of immigrants who have done strenuous, emotionally and physically taxing jobs for such prolonged periods of time with little to no recognition. So the fact that I can make money from creating something in my brain and piecing it together and just doing something that I enjoy is something that I do not take for granted, and is also the reason why I want to make these videos and share it with you, even though it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I've had quite the journey with figuring out what I want to do with my life, as does everyone. And so I kind of just decided for a while that I wanted to keep work completely off the internet, no matter what it was, just not talk about it, not make vlogs about it. There was a time when I was doing 5 to 9 night routines, and I kind of just completely steered away from that because I am figuring it out. But I've arrived at a place where I think my desire to make this information accessible, and if not more accessible, at least more front of mind to more people, outweighs my fear of looking like I don't know what I'm doing, because that's not a secret. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't believe I used to look at 25-year-olds and think that they were adults, because obviously I'm an adult, but it doesn't feel like it. Anyway, me, story of my life. If you're new here, I say I'm not gonna go on a tangent and then I do. But it's very well intentioned, I promise. I just ramble. So anyway, let's get into the day. I have quite the to-do list. Some things are directly related to content, and then other things are more on a general admin back end. And I'll show you how I manage my time. Obviously, every day looks different, but just kind of my tips for focusing, because obviously discipline is something that can be a struggle when you're self-employed, and how I balance, health and staying nourished throughout the day and taking breaks and all of the things. Again, it's a work in progress. Again, every day looks different. I cannot stress that enough. I just went through my whole morning routine, and would you like to say hi? This is Lelos. He is a kitten that I'm currently fostering, and he has grown so much. He's in his rambunctious phase. Okay, goodbye. I have my little coffee here. I'm back on coconut creamer. Don't know why I ever left it. That's how I feel every time. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, I want to eat the frog and make a phone call that I have needed to make for an embarrassing amount of time. But procrastination gets to the best of us, does it not? I need to call the financial firm institution that manages my retirement fund and move some things around, just get some information and act like I have the slightest clue how all of this works. So fingers crossed that they are nice to me. I think part of the reason why I've put this off for so long is because I am worried that they're gonna make me feel stupid, but also nobody can make me feel stupid. It's just me projecting because they obviously know more about it than I do, which is okay. That's why I use them. So anyway, let's make this call. Hi, good afternoon. I was calling about, thank you so much. Have a good day. Okay, wow, yes. The thing that I've been putting off forever was incredibly easy to take care of. Who's surprised? No one. But I'm so grateful for the news I just got. One of the things that's been challenging, not in a negative way, but definitely in like an empowering way, is just confronting the relationship that I have with money. It's not that I indulge too much, and it's also not that I'm too much of a penny pincher. I think I have a really good balance, but I tend to demonize money because one thing about me, I think we should eat the rich, of course. So I tend to have negative connotations around people who have a lot of money. And that's something that I've really had to confront, and also just not coming from very much money at all. It's been such a foreign concept to feel secure and safe. So anyway, I'm just really grateful, and I'm so proud of myself for taking care of that. That's definitely been a gift that self-employment has given me, is just having to address those things head on, because if you don't, you can get in a lot of legal trouble, and I really don't want that. So, okay. Next up, I need to respond to a brand. I'm currently in the early stages of a campaign with a skincare company. I can't disclose any details about it because I have signed an NDA with them. I had a call with them yesterday, so they sent me the deck that we went over during that call. I just want to review it one more time, make sure that I'm super completely 1000% prepared, because this is a brand that I really want to impress. It's a brand I never would have imagined I would be working with, and they were so nice, so I really just want to keep that line of communication going steady. I also need to check in on when I'm going to be receiving that product, because I believe they sent me a tracking number, but I'm not quite sure. Let me see. Where are you? Here we go. Okay. Okay, moving on to our next item on the agenda. I received some edits this morning from a brand that I'm working with on a different collaboration. This is a beauty brand, but not makeup beauty, more like self-care industry-esque, if that makes sense. They requested 11 assets. I gave them 30. There's mixed opinions on whether or not that is setting a good example for the UGC industry, but personally, I think that it's just good business, especially because I'm still in what I would consider to be the beginning of this career. So I want to prioritize building those relationships as much as possible, and the more content that I provide them, the better value it is for the brand, and also the more likely they are to work with me again. Second, this isn't something that happens frequently, but sometimes the brand will want to tag your account on the UGC content when they post it on their social media feeds, just because user-generated content comes off more authentic to the consumer if you can tag the actual user that generated the content. So in that case, if I give them more assets to use, that increases the likelihood that another brand will see me on their feed when they're scrolling, that another person who's interested in UGC will see me on their feed and be able to tag, etc., etc. And above all of that, I want to learn, I want to improve, I enjoy doing this. So if I'm already shooting the content, if I've already set aside the time, if I've already set up all my props and my filming situation, I might as well get extra content. It's good for my portfolio, it's good for building skills, it's good for playing with different perspectives, it's good for testing different camera settings. I mean, it's just good for so many different reasons. I want to be as great as I can be, and if I can exceed their expectations while also giving myself a deeper education in creating content, that's great. That's a win-win. So let's see what they have for me. It looks like they've accepted 22 of the assets, which is still great because that's still double the amount that they asked for. And there's just a few sitting in here that they have some notes on. Let's take a look at what they said. So, hey Rosalie, these videos are so cute. 5 exclamation points. I love that. I love feeling like I'm talking to an actual person. I just added some notes of the assets that need some minor tweaks, but accepted the rest. 3 exclamation points. Thanks so much for your patience here. I appreciate all of this amazing content. Oh, hey, be careful. They added that tidbit in there about the patience because it's actually been a while since I submitted this content. I was expecting to hear back from them a couple weeks ago, when I have followed up a few times, but considering the fact that it's Q4 and this is a holiday campaign, I can imagine that they are probably quite overwhelmed right now, so it's not a big deal. Let's see. Let's take a look at these notes. notes in the commercial library. Okay, that's the difficult thing with when a brand requests a training audio. Sometimes the licensing with that can be tricky. Love this. Any chance we can cut partnership disclosure? Okay. Perfect. There's so many little things to take care of in order to be in compliance. You have to do the hashtag ad, you have to do a verbal disclosure, all of the things, which of course I'm happy to do because I don't want them or me to get into any trouble. But these are just little things. And also some brands just have specific preferences, like they want you to give that disclosure in the first 6 seconds. Other brands want you to sound as organic as possible so that it doesn't sound like an ad, which means maybe you're incorporating that disclosure at like the 45-second mark, you know, whatever the case might be. So it's a learning process and it varies. Okay. I think I'm going to come up with a plan. The good thing is that I already have all of this content and most of these changes are just rearranging those clips or recording an extra snippet of audio, which is easy peasy. So I'm gonna aim to get these edited today, possibly into tomorrow, and then get the content submitted ahead of time. They've given me 5 days to make these edits, but I wanna give them as much wiggle room as possible if they have another idea or another edit. So I'm gonna try to get it in within the next 48 hours, assuming that I can obviously make quality edits in that time. Don't wanna rush it, but yeah. Let's do a little brainstorm. I need to take care of some other admin tasks. I think I've been chatty a bit much to the point where it's kind of preventing me from taking care of some things. So let's throw on some Animal Crossing lo-fi, as I do, and hit a montage. Boom. Okay, it is the coziest, cloudiest day today, which actually does motivate me to sit at my desk and hunker down, focused with some jazz music playing in the background. However, it is a little dark, which means everything just kind of blends together in gray. Thank goodness I have a colorful apartment, because if I didn't, I really don't know what I would do. I've been working for a few hours, mainly focusing on pitching and sending out my portfolio. Recently, I've had brands start to actually reach out to me, but for the most part, my experience up to this point has been me reaching out to brands. And one of the biggest pieces of advice I would give you is just to never tell yourself no. If someone's gonna tell you no, let them tell you no, but don't ever assume that the answer is no. It might take getting 1 million rejections. It might take getting 2. You might be much more talented than you give yourself credit for. And also remember that even if you are getting rejected, it doesn't mean that you're not talented. It just means that you're not exactly what they're looking for. Like maybe you're applying for a pitch that has to do with a pet product. You create a video application that's gorgeous, but they don't move forward with you because they're actually looking for a black dog, not a white dog. And I think that's comforting. Anyways, I need to eat a lunch, but I'm not very hungry actually. So I think I'm just gonna make myself a little protein smoothie. I'm really craving a second coffee, but I know that's not in my best interest. And I'm behind on my water intake today, so that's just not, it's not gonna balance out. Like that's just not good for me. So let's make a protein smoothie. I might make a strawberry one. Let's see. I do actually like to meal prep for the week. A go-to that I've been making is Southwest salads with corn, black beans, tortilla chips, cheese, Southwest spicy chicken, and then of course the lettuce. That is so good. It's such a good go-to, but I didn't meal prep this week. It'd be like that sometimes. I'm not telling you to skip lunch. You should definitely eat lunch, but transparently, something that I am still trying to find my balance with is prioritizing lunch time-wise, because I will get so deeply focused in what I'm doing that I won't get up for anything. It's actually kind of bad. Like I'll hold my pee too long. My bathroom is literally like 10 feet from where I work. I'll be low on water because I won't get up and go refill my water. My refrigerator is literally down the hallway. Like sometimes we can't accomplish everything at once. Okay, if I'm getting the work done, sometimes it is at the cost of other things, which is not good, but I'm working on it. As soon as I do this, all the animals are gonna run over here. There she is. You hear her pause? Big stretch from her nap.
Would you like a piece? Good girl.
Okay. okay, lunch has been had. Given the fact that we have maybe 45 minutes to an hour until it's completely dark outside, I'm gonna go ahead and cue the ambient lighting. That is all we do in this household, and get back to work.
Cool. Yeah, some of those will be nice. Yeah.
It's the next day. I never signed off last night because I ended the workday in kind of a rush. I had a friend come over for a birthday surprise and I needed to set everything up before she got here. It was perfect. I pulled it all together, but I did decide to bring you into today with me because there have been some new developments. I woke up this morning to confirmation in my email that a brand that is a household name in the beauty, makeup, hair tool space wants to work with me. I'm sorry to be a tease, but I'm not going to say their name just because we're in the early stages. We haven't gotten to the point where there would potentially be contracts yet. So I'm just I'm not going to disclose who they are, but I cannot believe, I need to stop saying that. I can believe I've put in the work for this. I'm creative. I am capable. You are creative. You are capable if you're watching this. I can believe I have earned this. But it's so exciting still nonetheless. Like, I'm so excited. And it's actually so funny because picture this. My friend has left. I'm sitting on the couch with my partner, this very one, and I'm like picking at my hair, right? Because this is a habit that I have recently. I cut my hair in my bathroom sink 2 weeks before my 25th birthday, and I'm adjusting to it. And I also have this recent habit of like picking out any product that's in my hair. It's disgusting, I know, but like that's where we find ourselves right now. And I was thinking to myself like, oh, I wonder what my hair looks like with heat right now. I haven't styled it with heat in so long. I've really come to feel comfortable in my curls. And I was thinking like, you know what? If I don't get this brand deal, I think I want to ask for that for my birthday. Like, I think I really want that heat tool. And lo and behold, I wake up this morning and that's the first thing I see in my email, which is just surreal. So surreal, and I'm so grateful. I'm still navigating my boundaries with work hours and prioritizing self-care and setting up my business for success. I think that one of the most beautiful things about being self-employed is that you have the final say in what you do with your time and how much time you have off and what hours you're working, everything. But it also makes it difficult because, again, you have the final say in how successful your business is. So in an ideal world, I would not turn over first thing in the morning, pick up my phone and read work emails. But I think I'm currently at a point where I trust myself to prioritize my mental health. It's the number one priority in my life at all times. And I care so deeply about the success of this venture and the lifestyle, the flexibility that it affords me, that I am willing to front load a lot of that work in these years right now for a greater reward later on. And maybe that reward is more flexibility, more help, whatever it might look like. But yeah, so I just want to throw that out there because I'm not a believer in hustle culture. I will never get on here and tell you to prioritize the capitalistic machine over your well-being, but I care about this and I enjoy it and I trust myself. I have a lot of good tools in place. I have a really great community. I am medicated. So I'm taking it day by day, checking in with myself, and I want it. So I'm acting like it. Speaking of which, today's agenda is gonna look a little different. It's actually my partner's birthday. So of course we need to make a run to the store for all of the things. However, it is downpouring intermittently today. So I am giving myself the flexibility to leave whenever it looks like there's a good pocket of time that it's safe to do so. Normally I would try to wait until like my lunch break, like the lunch hours, but I'm just gonna go when it's safest to go. And that's an example of the flexibility that I love, because if I was still working my 9 to 5, I would be so anxious about getting a ride up. If I'm like 5 minutes late, if there's traffic, if whatever, and that's reasonable, Is it? I don't know. Whatever. I am rambling. So anyway, that's where we find ourselves. It's going to be an exciting day. It's already been an exciting day. Other than that, my biggest priority is getting the edits that I talked about yesterday done before the weekend, just because I think that's good practice. Business-wise, gives them extra time to review it. And also, I would like to go into the weekend celebrating my partner, knowing that all my work is done. Anyways, good morning. Let's go ahead and take my dog potty and then come back and make a coffee. Perhaps a warm coffee. Will she do that? Who knows? And then throw on some fall jazz ambiance. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a good day. Good morning. You go potty? Let's go. Come on, baby. Sorry, baby. All right, it's treat time. Let's see if the kitten would like to emerge and join us. Laylos! Oh, it just came out of that basket. Come on. Would you like to join us? Why, hello there. Let's go. Who wants a treat? Hello, Laylos. Hi, Eddie. Oh, what's your mom? Sit. Go, go. Eddie, you, sir. Some for you. Laylos. Hey, Laylos, those aren't yours. Don't be a bully. Look, these are for you. It's okay, Eddie. Good girl.
Solved for people on last week's episode.
Okay, just had my breakfast. Jotted down a few things on a to-do list. But there's a new development. We are now on tornado watch. I love it here. I love it here. I love it here. I think I'm going to do a quick little tidy because that's normally a part of my morning routine, just like a 10-minute clean. But I thought I could breeze past it today. I can't. I just can't focus when the apartment is not kept how I want it. So we're going to set a 10-minute timer and just accomplish what we can in that time frame and then hop right into it. Hello, it's actually the next week. It is Monday morning. I had a wonderful weekend, fully immersed myself in celebrating my loved ones. I just love November. I love the rest of the year from summer was great too. I just feel like it's a good time. It's a good time in life right now. I'm really grateful. I actually have some brand product to unbox. I'm not sure if I'll do it on camera because I can't really show what they are because these products have not come out yet, but maybe I'll give you a little censored ASMR situation. I don't know. We'll see. I feel so fancy because the package was sent with expedited shipping. It's in a whole FedEx box with a protected label. What is going on? So that's really exciting. And we're going to hop into updating the content calendar for the week. That's a little bit different because that's my personal social media. So I wouldn't really include that in UGC content. That is just stuff I do for fun. I don't make any money off of it, but nonetheless, it is a part of my workday because I have to update it. It's the second day of my period, y'all. Can I be real? I was looking back at the footage from last week, specifically my eyebrows. The first day that I started filming this video, they're actually falling down my face, and that's fine. That's fine because the purpose of my existence is not to appear in a way that's societally acceptable. However, it is very telling that I was depressed as hell. I popped back into all of my group chats this morning hey y'all. I was responding to everything so late. And I am the friend who when I'm coming out of a period of going through it, because you just get all these notifications. Rosalie hearted this message. Rosalie emphasized this message. Rosalie questioned this message. I am such a reactor on iMessage. It's who I am. Okay, I love it. I think it serves such a purpose. Oh, hello. Would you like to say hi? Would you like to say hello to the people? He's getting so big and it's hard for him to sit still. I'm actually filming a foster vlog for him and it's wild to look at the difference. I mean, talk about looking back at old footage. The first day I picked him up compared to now is just so... He's in hunt mode. He's crouching down about to jump at me. It's just so fulfilling. Let's clock in, y'all. It's the next day. I ended up staying up well into the night editing the YouTube video, but I actually got 90% of the video done in 4 hours, which is actually kind of wild because normally YouTube videos take anywhere from 8 to 12 to sometimes even more hours with all of the edits. Anyway, I won't ramble on too long about that because you are watching this video for UGC. But realistically, my days as a full-time UGC creator also include, like I said, planning my own personal content and also filming for YouTube. And just like I shoot products, filming my life. I just picked up a package and I'm really excited about this. This is something I've been wanting to add to my tech collection for some time now. It is a macro lens. Oh wow, it is so much bigger than I thought. It's just a little clip-on lens that you put on your device like this, and it basically just captures very up close details on products without sacrificing the quality. Of course, you can just use zoom on your iPhone. iPhones are great. This is just something that kind of takes it up a notch. I've been eyeing content that's shot with these lenses for quite some time and didn't want to make an impulsive purchase, but it's been quite some time. And while I do definitely encourage you to start where you are and use what you have, because you are totally capable of making beautiful content with the phone in your hands and you don't need to purchase anything to be a more worthwhile creator. I cannot stress that enough. I think it is reasonable considering the fact that I am currently in the middle of a project with a major skincare company and I want those products to look high def. If there was ever a time to invest in my business, it's now. So I went ahead and bit the bullet. And with that, the next couple days are going to be filled with what I enjoy most, which is shooting actual content, having some major production days, editing days, submitting content to a brand. Keep in mind that all of my days look different as a UGC creator. Sometimes I'm editing in a coffee shop, completely nonverbal for 8 hours. Sometimes I'm on Zoom calls with brands. Sometimes I am up at 5 a.m. to get morning light for the perfect shot. It really just depends, but the last few days have been pretty calm and really nice. We got some rain, we got to be cozy, hunker down, focusing on details, but now we get to be a little more hands-on. Please let me know if you have any questions or any advice that you think I can offer you. Again, I am not the end-all be-all, but I've learned a few things from trial and error, and I would love to share that if it can expedite your journey. If you're on a similar journey, I believe in you. If you're not, thank you for listening to me ramble about this topic that's completely irrelevant to your lives. Whatever you do, I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.